3, 2, 1, here we go! Light party started! Welcome to the Brave Fox Long Step. With wait, camera, start. I hope I didn't started the Brave Fox Long Step. So we can still don't put a region on our friend. So two ninjas. Wow. We're doing this fight just because of some cheese. This dungeon just because of some cheese, which is also a little bit. So cheese. Well, let's just hope that this fight will get a little bit quicker. I don't want to cast Medica. It's getting cold for me. Well, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that there was a dungeon before Titan. I thought we would go straight to the Titan fight, so yeah. But right now this is the part of the story where I don't really know that much. Oh hey, white mage stuff that is not as good as the stuff I have. Well, the more that tank actually pulls, the quicker that we go through here. And I don't think I will do anything after this part. No. Probably after this part is done, I will go to bed. Because it's already 4 AM, like you can hear with a set alarm. Where did this alarm come from? Hey, smartphone, why? Smartphone told me open Genshin Impact. No, I don't will open Genshin Impact now. Tank, what are you doing? I didn't even know there were enemies down here. Why did... Okay, good, when there is a Cavalry Massacre. Maybe he needs the item. I hope he won't do this that often. Go down. You don't need to get up there, just go down here. Yeah, there's our enemy. Wow, I actually... And yes, I checked that mid part. I actually restarted the fight. Well, these ninjas know what they do. Level 33. No, wrong. Here 2. Here 2. Here 1. Here 2. And 32. Yeah, they do at least know what they're doing. Even though they are recently just become ninjas. It's interesting how I need to rethink the classes, because right now I on my mind right now it just did go, I gonna give the our paladin a skill that Astrologian has and then start healing Messalina. But the white mage doesn't have a skill that has the same effect like the one from Astrologian. So yeah, that wasn't that. He pulls as much as he can. It's impossible that he could die. Well, for me it's okay, but I don't know how well the ninjas are getting with them. Because ninja don't really have an AoE attack yet. I must say yet. They don't have an AoE attack yet. But the tank knows what he's doing, okay. But he doesn't even need the XP, why does he pull it everything? Does he think we need the XP? Dude, I'm level 40, I don't need any XP right now. For the store, I'm over leveled. But still, thanks for that. Well, either that or he is quite trusty. He trusts me that much that I won't let him die. Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows it from a raid. Because I still have the same back name as my main character. Maybe he thinks, oh, Maybe this is the same person. Okay, then I can pull as much as I like. But even if that were so, please keep in mind that I'm not my main class, huh? I'm a white mage, not an astro trolley. Not an astro trolley. Astro. I'm a white mage right now, not an astro. Please keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, I feel that I'm getting tired. I'd freak. Oh no, I freak you. Well, if I say something, if we're gonna say something, it's just hello there. Yeah, we have an interference of a boss. Another boss entered the boss fight. Oh boy. Welcome to Dark Souls. And finally, some loot. I have a 1. Oh boy. Hey, if I don't think we will get the item, even though we need it. If we roll in 1 on an item we don't need. Well, let's just write something in the chat and hope that it does the magic of words. And then let's click out of the game. Yes. Yay! We actually get it. So, this fight will be interesting. Because this is the fight versus Poison Stacks. Yeah, no, we have a poison stack that we need to get rid of, or else we die. So, a thing is, this boss can heal himself. If... Nope, wrong. If he doesn't get out of the poison mist, there is then he had a region. Well, as a healer, no, wrong. This Q2, 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 please. It still has the region effect, this is not good. I would say around now is probably the hardest part as a white mage, because now is the thing you should have a handling for using Cure 1 and Cure 2, so you don't run out of HP. Yay, we done it! And we actually got some gear! Woohoo! And 2 play accommodations. Nice. And we're still at a... Okay. This was unexpected out, but okay. You know, this is the one case where I expected, yeah, I will get teleported. And what is it? Nope, I don't get teleported. But well, I can change it, so... We got some more gear, that is at least a good thing. The better the gear, the easier the missions will be. So, then let's hurry up. I hope you don't get sick from the old movement here.
Good. Goodly Uplander, thanks for Gobbly Flock. Flighty Beast was tricky for, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander is coolly hit for fighty thing. The brave looks heavily gifty fresh to his Gobby treat to clever Uplander. Geez, the stinky sweet Gobby sweet, special make with sea with Gobbly art. No party complete without Gobby go order. Brave flocks every say.
All this mission just for cheese. What does it smell so weird? Ah, just kidding. Yeah, but all of this just for little bit of cheese. And for me, completely useless because I can't even eat cheese. But yeah then. Weiß Gott? I didn't read that side. I got you solved breakfast to the problem. By the cuts it. Oh no, this and just definitely goblin cheese. Judging by smell, this should be quite flavorful. How it's made? It's the best made. Ignore such things. I still remember when I learned the kind of milk they use.
Okay.
Bro, really, thanks to you all guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But the goddess like only feast without equal as sick aperitif. Luckily, I know just the best Mars. Make your way to the wine port and seek our Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is go to this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering why this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assume you do actually need that wine. I do actually need the wine. And while you're there, give Shamani a lot of my regards.
I just teleported over here to teleport back over there. Ree!
Why? MCA. Simba Lionheart.
Sweet grim and blood, egg, you reek of blood and adventure unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order? Let me guess, a grace from the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells for an old purple and costed us all, and there's also unmistakably out of companies. Yes, Master Gente would not sell for anything less than the best. Truthwise, and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence the suggested rather adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This bit of dash was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he forced to compensate by in other ways, but you have no interest in my affairs. You wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightful unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if I not savings that I amassed during the time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will of the nature of that work, none can deny what pays well. But grow impatient, and Whisket must have this wine. Here lies the problem. Nothing of my possessions is sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by a Blurgett, who owns and operates the large winery in Wilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to a request, but given these circumstances we must need begging assistance. I have a staff, I can punch him. I can break his kneecaps. I have thorns. Where is he? I can't break his kneecaps. Is he in the house? Can you go into the house? Can't remember that you could go into the house. Oh, you could actually go into the house, but he isn't here. Is there another entrance? There he is now. Also, wow. There he is. But rank amateur bottle of this wine. The impurities have rendered this wine drinkable. Dismissal is good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion and no one care for interruptions. Did Netrifine Weiner bid to speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend is the better to appreciate the credits of my private stock.
I will soon observe your goobo arena that tell you my worst vintage. Beyond of my sight.
I'm gonna break your kneecaps with my goddamn staff! Don't believe me? Mm-hmm. Oh, believe you, by the name of me.
Okay, I didn't read.
I take it no.
Really? In those words? Well, then I can say that I'm not surprised. While there's nothing special in skill, the Baron of Limsa Luminsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, shall I take the altered approach?
I'm gonna break his kneecaps?
There's a chance, however, small that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, you had to come several years ago. I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our products has declined significantly in the recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are commonly lowland wines. Which isn't to say they are grapes of poor quality, only we have no better. Long ago, the vintagers of Wineport crossbred several species to produce then grape-bearing wine that never will be found in quality. Batches grapes were the ones pride of the time, as they were used to produce vintages which surpass all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Batches wine were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my intrusion, you see, I once had the privilege to sample that peculiar wine. It was otherworldly experience. In that moment I felt I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I discerned in my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But it's all too often to have said, the calamity changed that. The Batches vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Batches wine. Our lily remains closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bricker to part with his wine, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is find someone who has a bottle of Batches wine, and often in every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vintagers tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could stop at speaking with them? Oh, I feel that I'm getting tired. What? I do have Batches wine? I wish. I never had a chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. But your fleet fares too late. I already saw the NPC here when I looked for the other one. Durim Folurim. Batches wine? Don't remind me. Used to have the cellar filled with those stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from chiefs and the elements. Never counted on bloody primer blowing up my goddamn house. Well, that was that. No luck? Most probable, but we had to try. But Batches one would be perfect for the occasion. I must confess, my certitude could be due part of my personal history of the Batches. It is, after all, a very reason I decided to become a viner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Olga, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Batches wine for the first time I had realized there was still much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. I breaks my heart to think that one that was unapproachable once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. I must say, the stock of Batches wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there's much I miss about a life when I come in the comedy of the heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not appear to disappoint him. Aye, have no fear. I swear I will find a suitable wine for the banquet. Though I need to make some time to think about a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask for you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depth of my despair, I stumbled across Wilbrand as the vagabond shrunk. I suspect it was looking for a place to die, because I rarely found one not far from here. It was a man named Drest took me and nursed me back to health. It was what gave me the first taste of Manchester wine, which shut me to find my new calling. Though I am still novice in the art of winemaking, I would like him to know what I'm supporting my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and it would be most good if it delivered him in my stead. Rest sometimes works as the rain catcher or gully dogs. Perhaps the skill can tell you where to find him. It really gets no, it's time again to find body. It's really getting harder to speak because I really can feel how I'm getting tired. Full skill. Dressed? Oh, you mean Helter Herbert? I lost my few gil when he needed extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself. I should have done asked. When a man's got a face with scars like that, it's best to live well done alone, I say. If you mind to find him, though, he had thought was the severing string. Yeah, It's interesting how many times you actually need to go to his house. You will later see why. Let's just enjoy a little bit of music. There's a fire burning all around the house. In here is the man we're looking. What do you want? What? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Can't sleep, they won't let me sleep, the bitches, they're buzzing, it keeps me awake, and I never want to hurt anyone, I won't fight, I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop, the bitches need to go away. Yeah, this man, the man has surely a problem, and I think he is mentally unstable. But I would also be too after some time. I mean, if I be honest, I don't think that I could stand the horrors of war. I mean, the thing why I dislike some reality shooters is mostly because of the overthinking I do when I would play something like this. When I just think about something like Call of Duty or in later generations Battlefield, just a real life war things. Not even so this cyber wars. This is shit that is nothing but just war. When I think about war, that is about those shooter games that aren't any fantasy related. I mostly think really about separate body parts, humans with torn off faces, where the jaw is missing, or they lost an eye, or arms legs, half of their body, more or less. People that can't hear, that can't see, that lost so many, that lost families. That is way too much for me to just think about it. This is why I mostly dislike the shooter games. And I think he has the same problem, so he has seen the things that he didn't want to see. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comments and I did to your country. We were on a resonance mission and the Melson caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, none else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Galleon. They conquered my land, just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle affair around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Germany for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift him back? Earlier today I read Mantis Falls. I collected a step of the nearby palm trees. If I place the coconut shells and start a few bells time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them for the money for me. I'm glad you moved on this life. I hope one day to do the same. Yeah, I was right. He has seen the terrors of war. Just when you're with a group with friends and all of your friends are just dead. You don't know what will happen, but since the Maelstrom are pirates, I would guess that they're really were mutilated in many ways. Yeah, no wonder that he is afraid, that he lives in paranoia. I mean, the things like this, those are pictures that you keep in your mind. You just can't forget them. It's one thing to see something in a game, it's another thing to see it in real life. And I really can feel it how I'm getting way too tired because I am starting to get philosophical, more or less philosophical about nonsense again. Well, yeah, okay, when you look at the time and reconsider when I started recording, you probably know why I'm starting to get tired. Even though I did a little break, that break wasn't enough. But this is a thing you at least need to do. When you really record hour parts, you need to take breaks. Just do two parts, then take a break, 5 to 10 minutes, or else you just go insane because you can't talk all the time. After some time, you just don't have the air in your lungs anymore to keep talking. It has been some time already. What news do you have of the rest? Ah yes, I recall that you have something knowledge of winemaking. A symphony was never as effective material to as the natural properties of the palm sap. Ah, shall one try this batch before it spoils? We are not so different, Rest and I. 2 men have long struggled not to let the scars to define us. I read that we not he has been along with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it's past time that I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after Maria. By the gods. Aurelia, listen. I know you've eager to wash your hands with the wine business, but I just discovered something extraordinary about Fred's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf. The leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. It was gone mad first, but I am certain these leaves were the batch of grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Range School, the legendary wine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we would retrieve the batch of wine industry. We must have just found his leaves. There, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. I already said it before, we need to go extremely often to his house. And now this mission was really just go to one place, go to another place. We would just paddling between a wine pot and his house. So yeah. Yeah, I already expected, so yeah. Oh, I can feel how my eyes are drying out. Why did I do this to myself? I don't really know. I don't really know. While more especially, I don't even know how I was able to keep me awake right now. Because the only caffeine, the only drink I had with caffeine in it was one coffee yesterday at 13? Around 1 p.m. Let's say around 1 p.m. Which is, well, a long time ago. Oh, hello, what is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose because it was pretty. I don't know what was rare. I found it near the juggernaut of the south, but I didn't see any grape wines. I saw fresh go tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from wines growing on the back of such beast. If you're looking for it, please be careful. Some go-boots are more territorial than others. You may have to defend yourself. If I need to defend myself, I will defend myself. That won't be a problem for me. Chesmo? Where's Chesmo? There's Chesmo. And Chesmo's fallen. I think it's easier for me to just teleport there. Well, I wanted to make Titan today. Yeah, no. Definitely not today. What did Trev have to say earlier? Tell me everything. Ah, Oswald, this smell, this texture. I hold my head to the patches wine grape cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I have told you all of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventure and a novice wine taker could. 12 by möchtest. It is a batch of grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You will offer this to me? But why? There's none better precision and restaurant for the Bachelor's vineyard than your Master Bulkhead. You have the resources and the knowledge and the passion to do it so. It would be selfish for me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just the fewest time I will swear that even every tavern across the Ocean will once again be clamoring for a cast of Winepot's legendary Bachelor's wine. So you didn't... Wait, the Shepherd's bottle, the scent of this label, couldn't it possibly be... A 1547 Bachelors? But this is impossible. This vintage is not even seen since years before the calamity. It was the chewing ground of her personal collection, for years. I debate opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be either time. But now I realize it never was meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of the winepot, I say. He made us an offer we can't refuse. Master Genscher will find no finer wine. You have forever changed my Aurelia. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But don't permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Whiskat. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Finally. Your prolonged absence let us begin to consider me. So, what's the wine I asked you to bring? What? Is that 7 healths of 1547 precious? Even I know how rare it is. I admit, I think you had it in you, but congratulations, Aurelia. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast courses I've seen in years. Considering the event, I hope you guys appreciate it. Speaking of which, your sister arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you should tell her that bunker is about to begin. And we got a minion for this, yay! Minion. Yeah, so... Yeah, your shoulder. You have to look for one who has been to the 7 house and back. That I guess should be expected to spying a visual of a banquet held in her own honor. And this is why the shadows of time looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can all put to socialism. I have been asked to endure such ignominy. I feel I could have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Shoulder, Lady Cougar. A thousand pardons for this extreme story. I was only wondering of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my men to subject to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Did you seriously think I would send you running in the length and breadth of rails for our banquet, did you? Spare her the mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear for me until this moment. And unlike me, Aurelia has no knowledge of your traditions. May I be so good to enlighten her? Aye, fair is fair. There is no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 are chosen our brothers and sisters before the company of heroes disbanded. We swore a solemn oath. By any will follow footsteps. We must wait and measure, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would because so it is on criteria. Even if one of them offer one thing, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proves herself worthy, we swore that we would our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls, eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but also a few capable of making the difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave, helpless advantages into a jostle for 4 against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than fitter. Titan is not one of be chance lightly, and will not to be accomplished at deaths of unworthy. Which know why is the 5 you delighted the test Aurelia with such commendable shortness? Time well spent, I am sure. Tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She's willing to walk the one in the midst of danger, despite repeating warnings and it costs her life. The skill is undeniable. She stalked a prey recently as any child of the sands, and struck position when the opportunity presented themselves. Too many advances these days care only for the fortune and glory. Aurelia, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at your side.
Bitch Crush. Willy Abländer is tasteful plansmaker. Trixie forward, tricky rockman.
And I can only occur with my chorus assessments. We 5 uncommon heroes hereby judge your worthy challenger. Cast down Lord of Cracks Aurelia Cougar and write a new chapter in the history of Eurosea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festive begin. Summon a dancer, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we will celebrate the birth of a new legend, Aurelia Cougar, Titan Spain. Aurelia Cougar, Titan Spain! Do we now get the information that we need for that we all do this? Congratulations, Squealing. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's just begun. Hey, go. Taste the exotic with strings the divine relation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, compare to fleeting nature, and cry out the heavens for celebration. When your face all of breaks, think not of limbs alone Minsia, Eosia, or anything beyond this chapter. Think only for the men who are at your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. God, Goodly Ablander must be facing mighty Rockmoon with clever fighting to think. Goldfish cannot be coming to rescue this time. Aurelia, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Whiten, you look him in the eye and tell him then sends his regards. You're the veteran of our countless battles, Aurelia. This is but one more. Trust your experience and you will prevail. You're best for the fortune of rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You're kind indulging them, Aurelia. This banquet was much for the company as it's for you. Whatever they may claim. I cannot deny that they meant well, but how it's scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have been all pronounced for your victor, the battle with Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make his good as promised. We must speak to him again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in the Upper Lausea. There will you meet with Ryle, another man who once served the greater company. Do entrust his knowledge that you do not fall into the wrong hands. He will remain in hiding until you gave him the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then he will appear to meet you in this fourth location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it's more than reasonable once you come at the risk of inheriting our method. But I will teleport now to Camp Bronze Lake, and the whistling we will do in the next part, because I'm tired and I will go to bed now. Then I would say, we will see us in the next part. Till then, have a wonderful day, night, evening, I don't know, whatever time you have or watching this. Till then, see ya. Quick addition to the last part. When you reach level 38, not 38, but if you reach level 38, you can just do a quest Dishonorable before death, which gets you some more or less decent gear and a complete new dungeon, which is near the Black Brush Station. Just need to walk through there, speak with a guy, and you unlock it. The loading times are still as long. And now we can enter Kata's Cry.